Hello, welcome or welcome back to the channel. So today we are continuing what we started yesterday. So yesterday we did the line work from Lisa Johnson's nail art blueprint course, and today we're getting Dotty. So I have my collection of dotting tools, assortment of sizes, and I want to try different ones. So let's see. The first one that we are going to do is, like yesterday, we did vertical lines. The first one we're going to do today is vertical dots. I'm just trying to figure out which dotting tool I would like. I think we'll go with this one. Okay, so we are just going to do a single line down top to bottom. So okay, that's not too bad. We did have a slight wobble on the fifth one down, which is why it's a little bit bigger. But other than that, they seem to be fairly uniform. We do have one that in there has veered slightly, but they're generally uniform and they're almost in a line. So let's pop that one in for a cure and clean off our dotting tool. Okay, so we have that back out of the lamp now. All done. So let's just put that aside. Leave it there, we can still sort of see it. Right, this time we're going to do dots that are horizontal, and I'm going to try using the gel paint this time. So again, I'm using Dotty gel paint, and this is Red Light District. Yeah, Red Light District, and I'm using 3 of the Venalisas from the V6 collection. 5091, 5093 and 5097, just, you know, to have a gradient. So I used the 5097 in the last one. So let's try this, and this time I'm going to go right in the center to start. There we go. I do have a slight tremor, which means things like this are quite a challenge for me. So and these ones also, I'm doing them a little bit closer to each other than I did the vertical one. Second, we'll do just a little bit more. Just the illusion of one there at the end. Could do a little bit more. There we go. Okay. And going back across. Now, Lisa did flip the finger 180, but I want to practice it as though it was on a real person where I can't flip it. There we go. More to that. So obviously this is the type of thing where having a tremor, not helpful. There we go, and we've got one more to do. There we go. Okay, I'm actually happier with this side than I am with that side. But anyway, let's pop that in for a cure. There we go. And again, clean off our dotting tool. Okay, so we have our second one out. There we go. Let's just join it up with this one. Now, our next one is going to be a mixture of both these. It is going to be a polka dot. So we are going to start. Let's go with this red this time. Okay, so again, I cured that halfway because I was a little bit unsure whether or not I was going to be able to manage to do the other side without sticking my hand on what was there. And just while I did, because I did end up resting my hand on what was already there. So obviously you can just do it all in one go without any flash cures. But I felt that was the safest option for me, because actually they'd come out quite well and I didn't want to have to redo them unnecessarily, because actually, you know, they were fairly uniform, they were fairly good looking, it was working. Okay, so we have that one now all cured. Don't know about these 3 dots here, but anyway, they're there. Not a lot I can do about them now. Right, our next one is going to be pointless. So I'm going to be using the big end of the same dotting tool, and what I'm going to do, yeah, this one. Or do I go with the paint for this? No, go with this one. Make sure there's plenty on my dotting tool, because I'm going to do a little vertical line, but I'm not going to be re-dipping my dotting tool. Okay, so each dot is getting smaller, and that's just because there's less product on the dotting tool. So go again. And again. Okay, and same with the last one, I'm going to cure that. Part cure it just to avoid the risk of accidentally putting my hand in it. Okay, and we'll continue on the other side. Okay, and we'll do one more. Excellent. Not perfectly straight, but I like it. Okay, let's pop that in for full cure now. Could as well use different sized dotting tools, but that seems like not perfect. Unless, of course, you were like to continue down, then like switch to the other side and like continue dotting down the full nail. But I don't feel like doing that, so that's what you got. Okay, so that's pointless. We'll wait for that to cure and be back in a moment. Okay, so that is that one finished. And it can go and join the rest. And our next one is curved dots. Yeah. Okay, so this one we're going to use the same idea as the pointillism, and that's going to be in once and keep going and see how we get on. So let's go. Okay, you see that's getting smaller each time, and I'm going to change up the colours each time as well. So I'm going to do a little gradient on the colours. So same idea, but we're going to go for the middle red this time. Yeah, no, we're not going to carry just yet. Okay, so we had to do an extra little one there at the end just to have it sort of match up, but it's not sort of stopping in the middle. Okay, and we're going to do one more in our brightest red. We're just going to go in with the other side just to help with some of these. Okay. Right, let's pop that in for a cure. Looking good. Yeah, let's pop that in for a cure. And okay, we have 2 more left after this. So we've done our vertical dots, we've done horizontal dots, we've done polka dots, we've done pointless dots, and now we've done curved pointless dots. And our next one is going to be floral dots. Okay, so there's that one completed. Our next one is going to be flowers. And I wasn't thinking when I started, because I'd like to have a little bit of contrast. So I've also added in some Benelisa 5006 from the V1 collection. Now, I'm going to do this 2 ways. First way is just with the standard dotting tool. However, earlier this week, I had this arrive. And it is 5 dotting tools in one for the purpose of flowers. So I'm going to try some of the flowers in that. It is the same size as the small end. of my dotting tool. But we're going to go with the big end first, and let's start with, we'll do red. Okay, so till not sure if it's or not, on the fence about it, because I did have to go in and fix all the ones that I did with that, and also, yeah, the space in the middle seems a lot bigger than I would like. So just going to, I'm going to get an even smaller dotting tool. Where's my tiniest one? This is the tiniest one that I have. Okay, and I've got some silver. And I'm just going to do some random dots, just around the place because I can. Doesn't have to make any sense. Just dotty, dotty, dotty. And this is going to turn into one of these things of when is too much? When have you done enough? And when is it going to be too much? A little bit bigger. Okay, I'm going to stop and put that in. Okay, and that is that done. And we have one more to do. So that silver that I've used is Shay. And it is like a liquid chrome type of one. You can see there how chromy it is. So we'll wait for that one to cure and then we'll do our last one. Okay, so there it is. I really like the silver dots on it actually. That just adds a little, I don't know what, but yeah, it just adds to it a little. Okay, so that's what we've done so far. We've 6 out of 7 done. Now the next one is a polka French, and what Lisa did was basically just polka dots around and just leave a space at the end. But I don't really want to do that. I think I would like to practice my French as well. Oh no! Oh no! Maybe when I... Oh no, that could be disastrous. Okay. I now also just want to double check my other 2 ones as well to make sure that they haven't gone in. And no, they haven't. Lid on that one. Lid on that one. Okay. So, Frenches are not my strong point, so I'm going to draw my French. Look at me using my line skills. impressed with that actually. Let's finish. Why is that going all squeaky? I don't know. No, let's get the brush from the bottle. Don't make life harder on yourself, Alan. Okay, so all I need to do now is round it off. So I have just made a teensy tiny little boo-boo. So getting some acetone. I'm just going to clean that up. Oh, don't. Okay. Now, problem is that brush had dark colour on it. Oh no. I didn't clean it off properly last time. Okay. Let's just see if we can fix that again. Okay, that's looking a little bit better. I just need to round that off again slightly. Okay, let's going to give it a second coat anyway, so let's just pop that in. Alright, take that out. We're going to give it a second coat for the French. Some more on the brush. Just bringing it all the way back. To what would be cuticle. Very, very carefully. Okay, I'm happy with that. Let's pop that in for a cure. And clean the brush again. Okay, I've put the lid back on. I was super careful this time. Lid back on that. Now, dotting tool. So I'm not going to be using the pink, but I am going to use the 3 different threads. Okay, that's gone in for its final cure. And I'm going to try one more thing. It might work, it might not, but I want to try it. So I'm getting my short liner brush again. And what I want to do is just outline the French part in silver. Like I said, might work, might not. We'll wait and see. Okay, so this is how we are currently looking. It has been cured. So if this goes badly, I'm trying to lift off this as well. Maybe I need to have a little closer front. There we go. Okay. Right. Lines and Frenches, not my forte. So we're going to, why am I doing this then? I don't know, because I need to practice these things. Okay, it hasn't come up perfect, but that's okay. We are going to get our painting brush again with some acetone, and just very gently, oh, I don't want that to be pink. Just here, and there we go. Excellent. A little bit on the inside. A little bit much. Okay. Okay, again, just a little bit here on the inside. I've wiped off a little too much. I need to get that, whatever that is, out. Which doesn't mean going back in with the fixer brush again. Excellent. Actually, it has worked. It does look nice. It is just neatening things up. Just a sudden moment of panic there where I thought, did I actually press record? I did. We're all good. Okay, right, before I do anything else with it, in it goes 60 seconds, and I need to clean up. Okay, so that's our last one out. I'm really happy with that. So now, all that needs to be done is top coat them. We'll walk in together. They will. Just double checking. So this is the 7 types of dotting skills from Lisa Johnson's Nail Art Blueprint, the foundation course. I did of course go rogue a little bit on the last one, but I like it. I think it adds an extra dimension to it. It does mean I have gotten the opportunity to practice another skill again. So I've gotten to practice my Frenches and my lines, which are not my strong point. So yeah, that has worked well. Okay, so which of these has been your favourite? And do you prefer doing Dotty designs or designs with lines? Which do you prefer? Because I definitely prefer Dotty. I definitely prefer the dots. I love my last two here. I'm just absolutely so in love with this last one. It is just gorgeous. I really, really like it. I do also like the flowers. I really do think that little pop silver in both of them is brilliant. I would have liked that to be thinner, but you know, beggars can't be choosers, and it's work in progress. That gives me something to work towards. So right, that is all the lines and all the dots from Lisa Johnson's Nail Art Blueprint course. And yeah, I'm really happy with it. The next stage is shapes. So that's the last part of the foundation course. And yeah, I will hopefully be doing, you will see that tomorrow. We'll just wait for these to come out. Give you one last look at them before we say goodbye. Okay, so here they are. The final set. I am really, really happy with them. Again, these last two, love them. I do like this as well. And I'm actually really happy with how those came out. It's far more uniform than any other previous attempt at polka dots that I have done. That, I'm just thinking that would be lovely, like with crystals. Done just as a row of crystals. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm not, because actually I think this is the idea, that you're supposed to like be thinking, what else could I do? How can I improve on this? How can I develop my skills? And that's exactly what I'm doing. So yeah, really happy with those. And we will see you soon for shapes. Bye.